like it. Do you like it? Kind of reminds me of how my hair looked when I got out of cosmetology school. Yeah? Hi you guys, thank you so much for joining me today and welcome back to my channel. Today what I have for you is part 2 of my hair video, and this is how I styled my hair. So I will show you what products I put in it and how I went ahead and smoothed out my natural curl. I will tell you before it gets going that I put my products in and I let my hair air dry. So this is like a day 2 style for your hair, if you will. But I like it. It stays soft. It lasts me for a few days because I can wear it like this for a day or two, and then the last day I can actually put my hair up in like a messy top knot kind of bun situation have another day of nice-ish hair, neat-ish hair for, you know, a mom of 2 who's busy. But having said that, I hope you guys like this video. While you're watching, if you do, don't forget to subscribe and click my bell for notifications and give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you have any questions at all. And without further ado, I'm gonna get this video started because this little nipper is gonna climb right out of my hands. The first product I always use on wet hair is a leave-in conditioner, and lately I've been using this K-Pack by Joico, and I'm really liking it. And the next thing I always put in my hair is a nice mousse for volume and hold, and I'm really liking this Suave Max Hold. Since this is second day hair, I'm going to use a dry shampoo, and this is the one from the Dollar Tree, and they compare it to the Dove dry shampoo, and I actually really like it. So here I'm just going to part my hair in small sections and apply the dry shampoo close to my scalp, not right on my scalp, and it just helps to absorb any excess oil, but also kind of gives my style a little extra hold and lasting power. And once I get that in my hair, I'm going to go through and massage it in with my fingertips, kind of like I'm giving myself a shampoo, and just really work it in to absorb all the oil. And then I'm going to brush my hair with a little brush that again is from the Dollar Tree, but it's basically a wet to dry brush, so it's safe to use on wet hair and dry hair. After I'm done brushing my hair, I'm going to section off the top of my hair from ear to ear and clip that up out of the way, and then that bottom section I'm just going to split that in half and clip up a portion of it so that I have smaller sections of hair to work with. This is the curling iron that I'm going to use. It's a Conair Pro, and it's a 1/2-inch barrel. I always use Conair curling irons. They really are my favorite. This video is not sponsored, but I'm telling you guys, I've been using these curling irons since I started doing hair. And now I'm just going to start actually smoothing out the curl with this curling iron, and I'm going to comb every section before I clamp my iron onto my hair. And what I want to point out while I'm going along is
When I put the curling iron on my hair, I'm going to turn it right at my scalp. Right there, you see how that first turn happens before I start to pull it through my hair. And this helps me get a little bit of lift and volume at the scalp, or at the root, if you will, and actually helps to smooth out my curl a little bit better and give me that nice bit of lift. Now I'm going to start speeding things up a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys every section of my hair that I go through. So it's not going to be too fast. You'll still be able to see what I'm doing, but you'll see me grab small sections and put my curling iron in my hair and give it that little turn. One of the things that I wanted to mention is I really like using the curling iron to smooth my curl because I don't like my hair to be super flat. I like my hair to have some body. I like my hair to look a little textured and still have a little bend on the end. And so I like how the curling iron smooths out my curl, but it doesn't make my hair look flat and it doesn't make my hair look stringy. For some reason, when I use a flat iron, it just kind of kills my hair. It doesn't really look pretty when I'm done. I also just want to mention that the leave-in conditioner that I'm using, the Joico K-Pack, is a heat protectant also. So I don't use an extra heat protectant, but if you are using a leave-in conditioner that is not a heat protector, you should get a separate heat protector before you put anything like an iron on it, just so that you don't get left with dry ends over time. I wanted to slow it down again when I do these two little sections right in the front. I want to show you guys how I really use the curling iron kind of like a round brush when I get to this section. Starting at the top, I give it that little bit of a turn, but then you'll notice I kind of keep turning it as I'm pulling it down to the end of my hair. And I think that's what really gives it that nice round shape right around the face. This little section right in the back, I also wanted to point out how I try to get quite a bit of lift on the back of my head. So I make sure I turn my iron right at the scalp, and then I'm sort of trying to pull up and out to get lots of volume back there. Here, I just want to point out that as I go higher up my head, as the sections get higher up my head, I start trying to pull everything up and get more volume and more shape. So you'll see when I put my curling iron in, I'm actually starting to pull up instead of out, and that just again helps me get that shape that I like. Now you can still achieve this hairstyle using a flat iron if you like using a flat iron, and just follow the same sort of technique. When you put the flat iron on your hair, starting at the scalp, give it a little bit of turn and give it a little bit of lift, and you can still create that curve. Just like I said, I really like using a curling iron on my hair instead of a flat iron. Again, you can really see here in this section what I mean by trying to pull the curling iron up to get more volume instead of just going out and away from my head to give me that shape. And down here you can see how I really do like to have a little bend on the end. Once in a while I like to have a little flick. I don't like my hair to be super duper straight. I just like it to be smooth and shiny. now that I'm working on the top section of my hair, I'll slow it back down a little bit so you guys can see really well what I'm doing. And on this back section in my crown, I like to get lots of volume. I'm going to run my curling iron through this section a couple of times, and then I'm actually going to hold this section of hair up and let it cool off before I let it go. And this will really help me keep a little bit more volume in that area. And again, here you can see this is another section in my crown, and I'm really going to hold that up and let the hair cool before I drop it down, because I want it to cool off with that volume in it. I want that volume to stay as long as possible. Right here again, I want to point out how you can really use the iron like a round brush in these sections. You can really guide the hair to create whatever shape you want. Basically like one big curl right there, just by turning the iron and following that through to the end of the hair. Okay, last section, you guys. This is my fringe or my bangs. And what I like to do here is bring everything forward and down. So I want you to really pay attention to how I run my iron through here. I'm not pulling it straight out away from my head. I'm giving it that little turn, and then I'm sort of pulling down towards my face, but I'm turning the iron continuously the whole time as I pull through. And then I'm going to let my hair part and fall off to the side again. I'm not going to wear my bangs straight forward. The last thing I always like to do is tease my hair just a little bit or back comb, and I'm still just using my sectioning comb here or my foiling comb, and I'm just going to give it a couple little bumps and then comb through the end of my hair and gently let my hair settle down. So I'm not teasing my hair enough to create a really ratted look. I'm really just giving it a little bit of hold and lift at the scalp, and then comb through the ends so they're nice and smooth, and gently let the hair fall back down. This way I don't have to worry about breakage or tangling throughout the day. It's just a really soft, subtle look, but it helps to hold my hair a little bit better throughout the day and keep my volume. And again, right here, you'll notice I'm only back combing it 3 times. I do like a 1, 2, 3 tap, and then gently let the hair lay back down where I want it. Same thing on the other side. I'm just going to lift up this top section here and 1, 2, 3, and then comb through the ends. It's very soft, it's very subtle, and I haven't had it cause any breakage in my hair at all. And of course, what's a hairstyle without a little bit of hairspray? I'm just going to finish off with my Frizz Ease Moisture Barrier, and then I will be all done.
So thanks so much for watching, you guys. Thank you for sticking around until the end. I really hope you enjoyed watching how I achieved this hairstyle, and I hope you guys try something like it, and maybe you also will have an easy go-to hairstyle that will last you several days. And I have a very tired baby, so have a great day. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.